Right, here we are. The country wants to know. And if you want to know, here on Soccer Zone, we have one man. He's a former FIFA referee, former CAF referee, a PSL award-winning referee. So no more atini. It is the principal.
Welcome to the Referee's Corner. Let's go to Betway Premier League. Let's go to TS Galaxy and Mamelodi Sundowns. Here we're going to talk about a disallowed goal. Let's see if we can go through. Let's see. We see here Mudau being pushed by Mkhambi from the back. And then Mudau, as he's falling, he managed to kick the ball to Matthews, who then take it to Shalule to score. This goal was disallowed by Christopher Kistor for a foul. So what does advantage law says? It says the referee allows players to continue if the non-offending team will benefit from the play. Now, here we see they are benefiting as the ball goes to Matthews. They still benefit. Shaluli let them benefit, and then they scored. And then referee says, The referee was quick with the whistle. He should have delayed, tranquille, so that you wait, and then you can punish the original offense. It's allowed. So the referee was very quick with the whistle. Sekang. Let's go to the next one. On the same match, we see Mudawi there being ruled offside. And then he complains to say, no. I scored a beautiful goal, but we're going to show it to you, Mudawi, that the flag coming from Tabang Matlong is a correct decision on the day because you were indeed in an offside position when we draw the line. Here is the line for you, Mudawi. Your leg is in front, but Panda, the offside, correct decision by the assistant referee Tabang Matlong. Let's go to Knox Mtiza. Knox Mtiza can't position himself. We're going to show you that his positioning was very, very bad. Here is a free kick, set piece, and then now in a set piece, you need to know where to stand. You don't just stand anywhere in an offside position. You see Haramukwena raising off a flag for offside, and then Orlando. Here is the offside that we're talking about. You are in an offside position. Now you play the ball. Now you are tripped. You want to claim a penalty there. You are in an offside position. So correct decision by Haramkwena to flag for offside. Let's go to the next one. We see Lord. Right. Lord here, he did what we call serious foul play. A player lunging at an opponent from behind, from the side. Look at the lunge there. Right. Using one or both legs from the side, from behind, is guilty of serious foul play, and he must be sent off. Here he was not sent off. Why? Because the referee considered point of contact. But the way he got to look at the lunge there, he's got no control over himself. So this is a clear red card, but on point of contact, that's when he survived. Right, let's go to the next one, to the last one. Chain. Right, Chain here with Knox. Look at it there. You see Knox knocking everything there. He knocked the ball. He knocked Chain's hands. So when you knock everything that is around, where's the foul committed? Because the foul could be holding or pushing. No push. It's only the knock that he knocks everything. So when you knock everything, don't come and ask for the foul because you are the one who was quick, you knock everything. So correct this in by ref not to award a penalty because it was a normal contact in play.
You deserve your break. Let's take a break. You need some water? SABC's got water. I'll give it to you. You deserve a break. Get your...
I would like to believe Guti. His performance.
Bam reward.
But him for it too. And the Baba.
Yeah. Just go hopotsa batho ba rona go gae andile gore go itlaka di 1 tsa December bana le chance ya gona go ka votela team e ba e batang and also to remind you at home that you stand a chance of coaching the Carling All-Stars team by just selecting and voting for your entire starting 11. So batho ba go gae ka di 1 tsa December gopola sentle gore ke tlabele letsatsi la rona la mafelelo go ka vota me gape ha o batla go nna champion coach you ta select o vote gape go kgona go nna le go select batho ba batla kgonang go tsena more
penalties. And if you watch that match, that's exactly what they played for at some point. Coach Mangomnil's not happy with it.
Yeah, because sometimes analysis and planning it might go and probably this is how Mangoba felt after the game. Some of the players probably they didn't follow the instructions very well because Mangoba, he's one of the best coaches that we have in South Africa, and he has worked with a big team. I mean, also in CAF Champions League.
She must prepare for everything.
You prepare.
You must prepare for if they shut down and say, you're not coming here, we're putting 11 behind the ball. No?
Yeah. Look, the DNA of Marumo this season has been very, very clear. Compact defense,
yes,
a lot of speed coming out from the defensive transition into the offensive transition. And if you watch the match, you realize that, especially in the extra time, they decided that they're going to sit deep, sit with the block and try to play on the counter.
Yeah.
So I think they will have done the analysis and they will have known that the longer it goes, it was going to be a big problem for Golden Arrows.
And they obviously put a lot of trust in Arubi. Because
of course, yeah.
If you're saying we want to go to penalties and you're playing for them, it means, and he had a good game in the 90 plus 30 anyway.
Yeah, but then also we go back to the game against Sundowns. I mean, he's the one who made them to be in the semis. Because this is the second goalkeeper, as you can see, the goalkeeper trainer, Ukulmanai. This is the second goalkeeper in Zimbabwe.
So his positioning has been very important, and also he's aging like fine wine. I mean, at 40 years now, you check here. I mean, even though he was well beaten, but he could backpedal, and retreat. But again, in penalties, he has been big. He keeps his composure, even though Arrows didn't really take the best of penalties, but his position and his calmness under a lot of pressure. I mean, he has single-handedly, taken this team to the final. If you check what he did against Sundowns,
yes,
and now here against Arrows, away from home, so after having lost 2 matches, getting into this match. So this was a big, big result for Marumo.
And the one thing that Marumo's got as well is they've got a great playmaker. He's almost revitalized. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Ndlondlo, since the Chen games, he's been unbelievable. There are certain players that when they are in a very comfortable team, not to say Paris was not a comfortable team. I'm talking about if we're going to challenge Engaga for Yena. Because at Pirates, he was fighting a lot, to get into the starting lineup. But now Yambonugut is free. He can do everything that he wants. He scores goals. He's actually enjoying himself. Oof. So at Pirates was not getting game time because there was a lot of competition for him.
The 2 players out at Golden Arrows, as we were watching in Toronto, they had a stellar game, of course, scored a great goal, and he was good with the free kicks as well. You can tell he's a specialist when it comes to this team. He was taking all those free kicks. But there's 2 players that are scoring goals at Golden Arrows. You've got Junior de Jong and you've got Khumalo. And this is Ndlondlo's goal right here.
Yeah.
Khumalo has also come up with a couple of goals. He's one of the goal scorers. He's played nicely and fit nicely into the attack of Golden Arrows. Still Ndlondlo going there. Let me let you say something about that then, W.
Look, Ndlondlo has also played multiple positions, Andile. If you check, again, he has also managed to play as a striker and all of that. But coming really to Golden Arrows, their attacking a game has been good. Seth Dion has also found himself. If you have 7 goals in 13 matches, this has really helped the team a lot. And his touches also in the attacking third, that kind of a number, you don't really get that from a striker. So it means he avails himself all the time, finds the right pockets to be able to play. But very, very important here is that also he's able to finish, out of the chances that is being created, he's able to finish up the chances. So you find that most of the time, if he doesn't score, the team really struggles a little bit.
Well, here's Mtunga that we're talking about. I was laying you to Khumalo. He's one of those players, Dogi, that's understated, underrated. Until umbona dlala, and you see the creativeness of him. You see the chances that he creates.
Yeah, he's playing under a coach that understands a player la angakaze adlale emidlalweni oqophelele ophezulu. So Manqoba is getting the best out of them, and Khumalo has been one of the players Lagu Arrows that were very much influential when it comes to attack and because Manqoba really wants to tiki-taka. And uyambona kancane is coming closer kule Arrows ke yawina top 8. Uyakhumbula yapaqabula Ajax Orlando 6. Yeah. Uyakhumbula?
Yeah. 16 years ago.
Yes, Leo Arrows, and slowly but surely is getting there.
Ndlovu, if you're speaking about Ufunugul Dala, if you're speaking about tiki-taka,
Yeah.
the one player that you can bet on almost at arrows is the man that even when Hugo Bruce is calling a squad, people are saying, hey man, is Ndlovu in with a chance?
The speed of the player here is very, very important. I mean, he has been doing this a lot, you know, getting into the right spaces and making the right decisions. And Andy, which is good about him, he plays side to side. You know, he plays as a 10. Sometimes you find him on the right, find him on the left, and he can be able to combine. Doesn't combine and stand again. You know, he has ability also to be mobile and